what are the policies around driving privileges for public vehicles? So does the JIF require its members to have any kind of check of a driving record or any kind of, pre-clearance before somebody gets the keys to drive around a municipal vehicle?
Annually, we do a driver check, Charlie, and on new hires, the members will send us to ask for a driver check, which we run.
Okay, great. I mean, I recall the first time I ever came to a JIF meeting was to bring up this issue, and it was in Old Bridge, and I'm glad that something came out of that.
They'll run,
and so it's good that there's a check, and so just to clarify, the check would be for all, licensed operators or all people who are going to be able to drive the vehicle, who are on the payroll as of, whatever snapshot of the year. Everybody would be checked again, even if they've driven before and had the pass before. Okay.
If I have their information, they're checked.
Got it. Thank you. And the other piece is policies around crashes involving public vehicles. Are there any specific policies that you have other than just complying with the police investigation and
Don't do it.
Policy is try not to.
Yeah, avoid at all costs. But is there any special?
We have a sample policy, but any policy would be adopted by the individual member, so.
Okay.
A question for Mr. Kurtz, if you don't mind. This is an insurance offering for automobiles, right? Is it typical, and I don't really know insurance besides what I've learned in this group, is it typical that like a State Farm or another insurance company would have these list of mandates that I believe Mr. Credible was asking about to maintain insurance? That's what I'm gathering, but I don't want to speak for Mr. Credible.
Yeah, if you're a policyholder with a commercial carrier, they'll do a driver check on you, correct?
Abstract. They usually do the abstract.
The abstract, yeah.
So on an annual basis for everybody, because that's what I heard him ask.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we do it.
Got it. Okay, and I want the board to know and everyone listening to know the reason I'm asking about this is the New Brunswick Fire Director. He had permission to operate city vehicles. It was suspended by the city in May of 2014 after a crash, and that crash he did plead guilty to a motor vehicle violation, was fined. The suspension of his city driving privileges was lifted in February of 2017. And within a few months, he was involved in another crash involving a city vehicle. City took the position it was not his fault, even though the other driver said it was. And that crash was reportedly the 20th of his driving career, and at least the 13th since he became the fire director. Many of these crashes involve city vehicles. Some have led to claims against the city. I know one was being litigated as recently as last year. And despite all this, the fire director was permitted to continue operating city vehicles after that crash in 2017. On January 9th of this year, a woman was hospitalized after the fire director crashed into her vehicle and then into a tree on the side of the road on Route 130 in North Brunswick. At the time, the director was driving a different vehicle than the one he normally drives. I've asked the city government to confirm if the vehicle the director normally drives, was also involved in a recent crash, because I had heard from someone that it was, and I was.
With me and Jen or with Mr. Credible, I don't think he's going to get answers to all those questions today, but you can ask.
Yeah, I was actually just making statements, but I will lead up to a question, and that's my final comment today. It's just, I wasn't able to get a straight answer on whether there was another crash involving the same driver in recent months. I wanted to ask if anybody on the board has an answer, and if anything's being done about this. I understand that the director is now, again, not allowed to operate city vehicles, but it's unclear when that change happened, and it's unclear how many vehicles have been crashed in recent months. And I think that we should all wrap our heads around this and find a way to stop this from happening, since it is a liability issue for everyone here.
Well, I'll take that as a statement. I appreciate it. Thank you.